From Gail's Bookish Things. Today I wanted to show you a way of doing a smash book, a homemade one. This is a very early journal of mine. When I first was discovering junk journaling, let me get it in frame here, I came across this idea from some of the YouTubers I watched. As you can see, the spine here is like a traveler's notebook. The insert area is made by doing twine and a twine wrap, and then you insert you put the inserts in through the twine. So it's wrapped around the spine, if you can see that. And then I am taking my signatures, sorry, that's the word I was looking for, and I have put the inserts in the wrapped around twine. It's really bulky. I have since learned how to do a wider spine on things, so I had just been looking around at used book locations trying to find wide spines and working with only what I could find. Now, of course, I can make them bigger, but I do like this style of making a junk journal. This was just a ton of fun. I created all kinds of pages. So, for example, you can see here I used Tim Holtz stencils and watercolor on just, this was actually art paper. I took a few sheets of that. I did splatters. I took coloring pages and cut them out and glued them on. I did all kinds of things and really made, like in the truest sense of the word, a junk journal. So it was junk mail, it's things like this, a little tea bag, an envelope I had, I splattered and watercolored, tea time there. Some of the pages are made of business receipts that you get in a package. I did some pages with word finds. I did some pages here, as you can see, with children's poetry books. This is actually just made from, or inserted, it was paper from a flower bouquet. And then a delicious chocolate bar. I put that in there. So when you attach your signatures just by, again, inserting them through the twine that's making up your area of attachment, it's really easy to do. Any of these will come out if I want them to, and actually that wouldn't be a bad idea because it's so bulky. So I can either make a new one or just leave it like this, but I think I'll probably just leave it like this. Here on this purple page, this is just copy paper. Put it in water in a pan that had some acrylic paint swirled around. And then I stenciled over with a doily there after the paper was dry, of course. In this kind of book, it's so easy to create memories. All you have to do is find the page you want and glue in your item, or use washi tape to attach it. This was from a label of a wine that my daughter had, and I just thought it was a fun thing. I like the color, it was kind of playful. Took that off the bottle, I put that there. And this page is actually an envelope. So when I'm adding something here, I just kind of look around and I see where would it look good. Here I put that there because the color matched the paper. This is some scrapbook paper that I had tea or coffee dyed. Another page here made of candy wrapper foil. And then here I just inserted this invitation to a party just by looping it over the page and doing a paper clip there. I've used envelopes from mails, from birthday cards. This is from a YouTuber. I just put her little note here. Wanted to keep that. Here's a page I did with just basic watercolor, and then I went over it with the Tim Holtz burlap stencil. So it's so easy. You just compile your pages out of any junk mail that you get. You can color your own pages. You can use coloring book pages. Assemble it all into a couple signatures and attach it. You can sew them in like you would on a junk journal, or you can use the traveler's notebook style and just wrap the twine around the spine. I tied it off at the top. I'm wondering if you can see that. And then I added this little ribbon decoration and a colored safety pin with just a fun little bead. It is a cute little look, and it looks fun on the shelf. It's just that it's so bulky, so you might want to think that through and get a larger book, or make a book by altering a regular one and make a bigger spine. But I just want to say that this is a fun way of memory keeping. Don't worry about being chronological. If that's very important to you, go ahead. But for me, sometimes it's just getting the memories down on paper and recording an event, and then having the fun later of looking back through, and it almost becomes a little treasure hunt or a scavenger hunt. You find something on one page that happened after another thing, but that's okay, because it's all just about having the memories recorded. You can do flip spots like I did here. I used graph paper that was tea dyed or coffee dyed, I don't remember which, and it starts to fade, the graph paper. This is just attached with washi, so I can flip it over and add more memories. Here's a sticker from McDonald's. Here I took a used envelope from a birthday card and just put in a wrapper from a Chris Kindle event we went to in Chicago, and I just saved the candy wrapper because it was, that one was from Germany, I think. Made a little shaker thing. This is just all about having fun, being creative, and not worrying about having it look professional or a quality which you would feel comfortable selling, but just putting down your own fun individual memories. We like to participate in Samaritan's Purse, so I put Operation Christmas Child. I put the little thing in there. I think my daughter colored this page, and I used that as one of my insert pages. Another wine label. I don't drink wine, but I think the labels are pretty cool, so I put that on there. And then my daughter had given me that, so I just attached the card from the gift card just to remember her thoughtfulness. Different teas, birthday invitations. This is a little scrap of paper I had, and I tried all different kinds of watercolor on there. And this was from a ladies' retreat, and this told how to make a soup that we were given in a cute jar. Other stickers that I have in my craft supply stash, stamps that were unique. Again, another receipt, a message that came in a package from my good friend Dana. This was from going out to eat and then getting dessert at the chocolate factory with my son and daughter-in-law and 3 grandkids. So I wanted to remember that. I just asked the guy at the counter, hey, can I have a bag? An extra bag that the cookies would come in. He gave me that, and I used that as a little pocket insert. So as you can see, I'm going back and forth here, but I just wanted to show you this idea to encourage you to try it. Put whatever in there, any flyers you get or business cards. Take a coffee filter. Really try the challenge of making a junk journal out of junk, and then turn it into what they call smash books, where you just glue it down. You just find something, glue it down, washi it down, staple it down, have fun creating pages like I did here with just swirled watercolor paints. And the same idea here, except I did more splattering. It's really fun. It's really unique. No two books are alike, of course, so that makes it fun. And it's a really kind of unique way to use some scrap mail. So here I can insert something in the top of that envelope from Voice of the Martyrs. That was, I don't want to call it junk mail because it's important, but mail you would throw away. My couple of sons do BMX, so I used a certificate that they got, and I used that as a page. Really anything goes. It's really a lot of fun. You can let your creativity go wild and not worry about a particular look. Just have fun creating pages. These, I think, were where I was testing pencils out. See what color. Here's another piece of business mail. I love doing this. I really liked doing the different colored copy paper in whatever way. I turned my dining room table into a paper experimental area. last summer, and it was really a lot of fun. Here I was experimenting too with putting in eyelets. I'm not real good at that yet, but I do like the sturdy closure that gives you when you can get a hole through a hardback book, insert an eyelet, and then I just tied on the ribbon. The ribbon is plenty long for tying this monstrosity together, so keep that in mind when you cut your pieces if you go for that option. I usually end up tying it towards the front here, and then I just added a bulb or garment pin with some sequins for another little detailed touch. I think a lot of times if you're into junk journaling and chunky books, details are fun for you. That's how I am. I like noticing things. I like looking through a book and finding something hidden in a bag or just a little something like this to add visual interest to your book. So as you can see, this is a very wide book, but it's fun. I'm almost done with it, and I think I will try this again, but I will find a book with a bigger spine, or I will make a bigger spine. But I'm liking the way that this was so simple to do, with just taking my folded paper signatures and inserting them through the twine that I wrapped around twice. So that's all for today. I hope you're having a great weekend. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.